Hey guys, welcome back to the 415. It's your girls, Miss B and Keita. Ah, if you haven't noticed, I don't have braids again, or anymore, I should say, before you be like, what happened? Or was it too soon? I don't care, whatever. I ain't got braids. They lasted 5 days. Rolls eyes. That's the kind of week I had.
She ain't
What
got
kind
no
of
braids.
week?
What? She ain't got no braids no more. And then you did what?
Oh, I don't know. What I do?
Cut all her damn hair off. Well, not all of it, but you know.
She did the big chop again. You know, a lot of naturals do that from time to time. They let it
Mm-hmm.
grow out and then it just look dry, stale, ashy. I don't know. And they need to change. And what they
Mm-hmm.
say, when a woman cut her hair,
That means she got to change some things up. Yep.
so yeah, it's that kind of situation right here.
Mm-hmm.
So what kind of week you had, Keita?
Let's see. It's all a blur.
Well, that's crazy.
Um, I had an okay week. Um, yeah. I'm getting numb. You know, I actually was going back and forth with people on Facebook on Friday because you know back in at home, you know, for those who don't know, I'm from Portsmouth, Virginia, and you know they took down one of the statues in like right downtown of my hometown. And, you know, people just going back and forth. These are thugs. They belong in jail. They blah. So I started, you know, telling people, you know, say it with your chest. Say how you really feel. Go on. Speak your truth.
Crazy.
So, you know, people tell me, well, they're erasing history. I told this lady, and I tell you just like, bitch, I said, bitch, erasing your history. Let me school you right quick. And I started shooting her a whole bunch of screenshots.
And what she said?
I said if it wasn't for my God, my me for having good sense, God giving me good sense to go do my own research, I would never knew what type of history I had because y'all done erased it all. Oh, she didn't have nothing else to say.
But you know, people think they got big guts on social media, but you see them on the street, they ain't gonna do nothing. They're gonna be like that girl Amy Cooper. You know, they now have a law called the Amy Cooper or something law in New York. Like, why are you gonna name it after her anyway? But whatever, fine.
And there's one lady, I told her to go sit down. She told me some English, please. I said, well, I said, no, you heard exactly what I said. I said, but being that you can't comprehend, I said, would you go please have a seat? Because what you're saying, I just don't want to, I want to hear it right now. I don't. Well, if these people will learn how to work and do, I said, oh, so now we don't know how to work. I said, girl, let me go finish working and trying to create generational wealth. If I ain't got time to play with you, well, obviously you do. I said, girl, God bless. God bless. God bless you and God bless you and your family.
People hiding now. And you know what they do? They open up other accounts with no photo and they try to troll again. That's the way they move now. But like y'all already know, we have so much heaviness on us. So much. We not even through all the other issues, all the other people who passed on years ago. We still not even over the whole Trayvon Martin situation.
Right.
We not over Tamir Rice with the toy gun. We ain't over that.
Heck, some still ain't over Emmett Till.
Exactly. So this thing dates back. So for us to be sitting there scrolling down Twitter for me, and I come across another Rayshard Brooks in Atlanta though, like come on, B, like enough is enough. Muffatide. Muffatide.
There's not enough. Like people have no one. Black people have PSTD at this. We all have PSTD at this point. There's nothing that you can do, say, give to even the web of trauma is so tangled. It's going to take so many years and so much to undo a lot of things they've done. I don't think it'll never happen. It would never happen. I'm sorry.
I still want to have what they say, that little mustard seed of faith, that something. But I think having all 50 states plus Washington, D.C., which supposedly, I guess, is going to be a state, on board and protesting and all that.
And still protesting 3 weeks later.
Right. Yeah, because I read somewhere that it's soon to be a state or something. I was like, all right.
Okay, whatever. Stay what it is.
Mm-hmm. But to see like the whole country. Mm-hmm. That says something, because that's never happened. Mm-hmm. From what I know, that ain't never happened. You get a couple of cities, couple of states, you know, doing something. But to have every state, then you got to go across the pond.
So
they out there, because they have racism over there as well. Mm-hmm. And then, you know, people done forgot about COVID-19.
It don't exist no more.
They forgot, because everybody out there with no mask on, everybody out there kumbaya. That's everybody over there. And then all the cases keep going up. So COVID over there, like, now, since I brought up COVID, New Zealand, because they obeyed all the rules of staying home during the whole pandemic, they didn't have a new case for the last 3 weeks. So they allowed sporting events to start back up. Mm-hmm. And they had everybody at the stadium to hear a game. And not near one of them had a mask on. So how many cases they got today? Okay.
Quite a few.
So that was smart. That was so smart.
I think as of right now, you know, C-19, whatever you want to call it, COVID-19, whatever, it's here. It's not going anywhere. So all you can do is ramp up on your vitamins, be healthy, eat right, because guess what? It's not going anywhere. Sorry. It's not. Mm-hmm.
Nope.
It's like the flu, it's like the common cold, it's like everything that we ever had. So
I just need to get in touch with Clorox and Lysol, because listen, I can't find it and I need it. I had 7 jugs or whatever they call bottle. They're not a bottle. They 7 containers. There you go.
You're gonna have to look on Amazon, because sometimes people be getting stuff on Amazon, but you got to be on it. You can't wait.
Yeah.
If they shipping out there where you at.
Yeah, I know. But I need that, because I'm down to the 1, 2. I think I got like 4 sheets left.
You got paper towels?
Yeah. But the crazy thing
is, you got
a
big container?
There's gonna be that container.
Well, we'll just use that and pour some bleach in it with some water.
Yeah, that's the thing. I was looking at it. They said if you're gonna use bleach, they say you can only use a cap.
A cap full? Who uses a cap full of bleach?
They said a cap full plus a whole gallon of water. I said a whole gallon? No. Like,
who told that? Who said that? Black people don't know a cap full of bleach.
The Google. Look, we don't measure nothing. It'd be like,
pour until I think it's right.
Yeah. Okay. Do I smell it? Okay. Because I'm telling you.
Let me add a little Fabuloso.
Yep, to give it a nice little scent. They say don't mix.
Whatever.
Don't ever mix.
As long as I don't do ammonia, I'm fine.
Right. Exactly. Listen, we know how to make stuff when ain't nothing. Okay. Listen, we talked about that episode ago.
Look, I don't have no more all-purpose spray. I said, okay, you ain't got to worry about it. When they fill that bottle up with some water, put some bleach in it, and some Fabuloso. There you go.
Yeah, because I'm like worried about when I go to the grocery store, because you have to sanitize everything, right? And I'm like, well, I ain't got nothing. I went, you know, you go into the store knowing what you need, and you come out with the stuff you didn't. I mean, the stuff that you needed, you didn't buy it. Mm-hmm. That's what happened to me yesterday. I needed a spray bottle so I can do what we're talking about right now. And I went to 3 stores yesterday.
You ain't had no old spray bottle?
I threw it out by like not even thinking.
Oh yeah.
I was like, and it was a Clorox. It had some little juices in there. I could have added on and added a scent.
Right.
I wasn't thinking, but whatever. That's beside the case. Look, sanitize your stuff. I done seen a YouTube video of people putting their vegetables and produce. Well, that's the same thing, but you know what I'm saying. They fruits and vegetables in soap and water. Now that part, I'm like, because
it's supposed to be vinegar and water, not soap and water.
Yeah, soap and water. I feel like the soap can get into the vegetable or fruit or whatever, and then you ingest it, and then that's a problem because you ain't supposed to be.
That's like putting chicken in soap and water. It's like putting greens in soap and water.
And who did that? Who did that? Them people. But go ahead.
Not me, but
them people.
Not me.
Them people. You know, because you people is us, right? Mm-hmm. Anyway, we got business to take care of. So Friday, I get an email. The email says all salary merits will be rolled back. When I say merits, I'm talking about increase will be rolled back. So everything that you got in March, come mid-June, you ain't gonna see that no more. So that made me think, because I already was feeling like underpaid, undervalued as a Black woman, as a woman, feeling away. So I've always wanted to talk about salary negotiations, but I felt like I didn't have enough information to talk about it. I really wanted an expert, like an HR person, HR specialist, HR generalist, whatever your titles are, or recruiter. But I asked a few people, because I know a lot of HR reps, but they weren't too comfortable coming on. And I get it. You can't be telling a lot of stuff. It'll mess you up, it'll jam you up a little bit, but that's fine. But look, I decided to go and do a little Googling, using the top, sites like Glassdoor, PayScale, Salary.com, those ones, and see what I can find. Because y'all remember Equal Pay Day, right? The gender pay gap. Y'all remember that? When that thing came out, it came out like crazy. I think it was during the Me Too movement. When everything's like, yo, women, Black women, like, look, why aren't we treated equal? Because as a Black woman, we facing two things: gender and race. Let me say that again. As a Black woman, we face gender and race when it comes to salary negotiation or salary increase, whatever you want to call it.
All the time.
So
all the time.
What's your thought on all this stuff that I just put out there?
I'm still trying to understand why we still behind the curve.
Gender and race.
Right. We're still behind the curve, but we are always expected to lead the march.
Why? Because we stand for everybody in all cultures, right? In all communities. We care about everybody. Who cares about us?
But we always get left behind. So every time we march, or every time we stand, every time we try to stand up for rights as humans, we're always leading. We're leading the way, but yet we always get left behind.
Always.
So who does it really benefit? It don't benefit us.
Let me tell you something. So everybody knows, right, that white males get paid more than Black men. Women, white women, Black women. White males always make more. We all know that. We also know that Black males make more than Black women. We know that. Males versus women. Males always make more than women. Why?
Oh, don't forget. Wait a minute. Hold on. Don't forget one. White women make more than black women.
Hello.
Women, black. Hello. Let's be real.
You got
But
that?
yet, a white man will always scream and cry affirmative action when he ain't getting his way.
Let me tell you something. When it comes to salary negotiation, males always push back on what they don't agree with. Women always apologize first. I'm sorry to bother you, but I feel that.
Yeah, you know.
Instead of stating the case like the men do. That's why we are not looked at and given the right salaries. That's why. Because we're already coming through with no confidence. That thing hit.
As a whole, because as you're saying that, women in general must stop apologizing.
Yes.
For everything, because we do
yes.
that, and as you said that, I've seen myself say, "I'm sorry, I don't mean to bother."
Yep.
Or,
no, I mean to bother.
I don't mean to, and we have to stop doing that.
Yep.
In general, whether it's work, relationships, friendships, business, we have to stop apologizing for what we believe, and that's why people don't take us seriously.
Yep. And it gotta stop. We all gotta come together. That's the only way. And come up with strategies or a template. This is what you follow. Because you never, men know you don't ever accept the first offer. Ever. Women, oh, I'm so happy. Yes, girl, I got that. Yes. And we'd be like, dang, I need. Like, let's say they say, okay, we loved everything. The managers love you. Okay, we're going to offer you $50,000. In your mind, you're like, no, I really wanted 55. So instead of you saying, how can we get to 55? You say, do you think you can go to 55?
No, you can go to 55.
That's the problem. Do you think? You don't ask a yes or no question. You say,
how about 55?
Yes. That's where we mess up. You're too shy to bring it up. You're too shy to really be stern in what it is that you deserve. And that's the number one thing when it comes to like salary negotiation. You have to know your worth. And how do you know that? You got to do your research. What are you bringing to the table? What education?
Think about it. It's in education that really don't even bother no
exactly.
More, so whatever. But think about it.
Let me finish. You kept saying, let me think about it. I was trying to say education, experience, skill set, qualification, all that stuff. But go ahead, finish. That's what I was trying to add in there because not everybody went to college, okay? And that don't mean that because you didn't go to college, you can't stand up against people who got master's degrees. Because I don't got a master's degree. You know what I mean? I don't have a master's degree. Go ahead, state your case, Keith.
I haven't obtained a master's degree. I'm sorry.
No.
I mean, I had some college.
And that still counts, but people, go ahead and finish your statement because I can go on for days about what I was getting ready to say.
Oh, that's what I was going to say. Sorry. I had to remember, I know the girl Keita, whatever, she go off and
hey,
what you have to come back.
That statement's always gonna work.
Right. But you have to, this is what we don't realize when either start a new position or we're going to a new job. They always start you at the bottom. There is a cap. Remember that. There is a cap for what your position can offer you for salary. So when they give you that first number, that is the bottom number.
Oh, of course.
Know that. That is the bottom. So trust and believe. The cap is probably 10,000 to 15,000 more than what the bottom is.
Exactly, because they're gonna sell you short.
They're gonna sell you short all the time, and it's gonna take you nickels and dimes to get to the cap, unless you decide to do what? Get another position somewhere.
Nah.
So basically, now you in the. So it's no longer. I feel like today we're no longer in the career of, oh, I found my career. Now you're searching for the money. You're basically chasing paper. I mean, we always chase paper, but when do we ever come to a career where we're like, okay, boom, the career's good, the money is where I wanted it, instead of always not being satisfied. Employers must know it. Like I tell people all the time, if my employer gave me $10,000 extra, I would have no problem doing whatever they wanted me to do. I have no problem with my job now. But the extra money makes it better because you're like, you know what? Yeah. Okay.
And you know what else? Two things. From when you said you have to leave the job to get better money or more money, you don't actually. It all plays into how you present yourself to get a raise, because Black women and women in general don't know how to approach management when it comes to them knowing they're underpaid, undervalued, and they're doing more than they're getting paid. So that's another thing that we have to start doing. Not only, negotiating your salary, but also asking for a raise. It's not difficult for men to ask for more money at all. They go in there. If you watch a lot of these shows, you see people in like attorney or in tech companies or whatever type of position, and they really fight. They come in there with their numbers like, listen, this is what I have. I've done this. I've taken this. I've led this. I've opened this. I've bridged the gap. I've closed the gap. I've done all this stuff. Now, if we can come with numbers, we got to quantify. If you quantify stuff saying, yes, I raised this by 20%. Oh, because the thing that pops out of that whole sentence is the 20%. Numbers mean everything. And that's what they say when you're creating your resume, to have numbers, percentage, values, because that's the first thing recruiters and HR or whoever, they're going to be looking at that. Managers, directors, all of that. Quantify. So we not only have to negotiate, again, we don't have to only negotiate salary, we also have to ask for raises. When they say, okay, you're going to get this 3% raise, that's, again, a bottom. There's wiggle room there, because I've done it before. I'm like, look, I'm the one doing everything over here. I'm taking on all the big accounts, all the money, all of this, and I'm training X, Y, and Z. And they, they'll tell you something like, okay, I'm going to do this for you, but you can't tell nobody. There's wiggle room. You just have to know how to play around it. Just like the men be playing around. Shoot, what I need to start doing is hanging around with them sometimes when they be trying to negotiate. Then you really get in there.
Girl, they negotiate like they date.
I mean, yeah. That's why you got to have one good guy friend that's going to lay it to you 100% straight. And I got one of them. Shout out to Jay. For real. But, yes, start asking for raises. Because that's where I'm at. And I ain't been there a year yet, but I was ready to ask for it on my second day. Because I knew they was trying to play, because I tried to negotiate. But when you work for a company that is so cheap, and then you find out later that they really are cheap, and they really not trying to pay you what you know you're worth, that's a problem. Like, yeah, everything is cool, but at the end of the day, what I read in this article, and I kind of think it was, where was it? Anyway, I'll quote it later. But in this article, it said, now I lost my train of thought. It was a good point too. Well, I'll get back to it. But anyway, you always want to negotiate, period.
So I got a question. So, and this is, not, point. And this is just not, this is talking about any employer that you're with, right? So what happens when you work, you work hard, right? We know we work hard. We put ourselves on we put ourselves on projects. We get thrown into projects.
Mm-hmm.
We're taught that, well, we're pushed into training people that we don't really want to train because that's not what our job is. But hey,
Why? Because they're gonna take over, right?
Or it could be another somebody who's coming to sit down beside you and you're training them to do the same thing you do, or whatever. Just we do a lot, right? And we know we deserve more. But what happens when you go to your leaders, right, to ask them say, hey, I think I deserve a raise.
Mm-hmm.
I think I deserve more money.
Mm-hmm.
But what do you do when they're suppressed? And the people above them are suppressed.
To go straight to the CEO.
But I'm just saying, it's like you have all these control factors in place to all these stop bumps in place to stop you from getting your raise. Because everybody feels like you can go to your recruiter. You can go to your recruiter right now and be like, well, I don't think that's going to happen. Why do you feel like that's not going to happen?
Mm-hmm.
Why are you trying to stop me from asking for more money? Why is it that when I do ask for more money, why is it now that I'm coming off as being combative? Because I know what I'm worth.
Because you done caught on all these years that you've been working, and now you're realizing like there really is a pay gap.
There is a pay gap.
But you like, I feel like it didn't hit me because all I was chasing was making sure I made more than I did before. Like every time I went to a new gig, I was like, I just got to make more than before. And it didn't matter if it was like 5K, 10K. It was just like, I just need to make more. Mm-hmm. But as I started progressing in my career, I realized, you know what? I'm selling myself short. One, because you don't have the knowledge to negotiate. Mm-hmm. That's not something we're taught in our community. That's not something we know. We just need to have a job.
We've been taught to work hard, but don't get paid for working hard.
Exactly. So it's like, as you get around different people from different backgrounds, you start to take on some of the moves that they have or do, whatever. I still don't know what my point was, but it was a good point. And I feel like it might be this, because I was saying, like, even though they shut you down when you're trying to negotiate your salary, based on your job offer, okay, money didn't work, fine, but you can still negotiate other things. Your 401k, your benefit, like your health benefits, your vacations, your sick days, like you can negotiate that stuff. Okay, working from home. All right, since I can't get the money I want, well, here's how I can save money if you allow me to work from home 3 days a week. And if I show you that I'm super productive while at home, this shouldn't be a problem each week. So you can still negotiate other factors. Although, yes, the money is cool. Oh, I got my point. Ha! Won't he do it? So the point was, when we are negotiating salary, we only focus on now. This is what I need right now. I need 10K because I need to handle the situation that I have now. What we should be thinking about is future. When we're negotiating salary, like I need this amount to cover me in the long haul. And that part I didn't know. And I can't remember where I read it, but it had to be pay scale. I just want to give people, I ain't trying to be like, what's the girl name?
B. Simone.
B. Simone out here stealing people's stuff, okay?
Not giving them credit where credit is due.
Hello?
They done rip them people all the way off.
Yes. But yeah, I think it was pay scale because I really was doing a lot of research on that site. So, yeah, it's like, it's a lot of thinking and research that plays into this. Like salary negotiation is not something that's going to happen overnight. Like you're not going to learn it just like that. There's so many strategies that come into play when one as a woman and then two as a Black woman. Like you have to play so many different cards. It's a game, really, when you think about it, it's a game.
Everything's a game these days.
Yeah. So let me throw out some stats. The wage gap for women in the US, and this is like everybody, all women, all men, doesn't matter what job you have or whatever. For every $1 earned by a white male, Asian American women earn 85 cents. Black women, 61 cents. Native American women, 58 cents. Latinas, 53 cents. I didn't see the white women, so they got to be up like 90 something. Right? But Yeah, and I think that was 2019. That's crazy. For every $1, we only get 61 cents. As of 2018, data from the U.S. Census Bureau, which everybody don't be doing, because I almost didn't do it, but Keita was like, no, you got to do it. You need to do it. Not everybody's doing it, so this can be skewed data.
Yeah.
It said that Asian women face the smallest wage gap, earning 97% of what white males earn. So their gap is only 3%. So they is killing it. You got white males and Asian women right there.
Mm-hmm.
White women are earning 80%. So they fall under Asian women.
Mm-hmm.
Black women, 66%. That pay gap is 34%. And then Hispanic women, 58%. They have a pay gap of 42.1%. How crazy is that? Why is it that Asian women make more than white women and black?
I never understood that.
I just thought when I was reading this, I was like, why?
So if the Asian women are right there, I can only imagine what the Asian man is, and that's why them white men be having a fit about their money, because they feel like the Asians and Indians are coming to take over there.
When it comes to tech engineering, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And that might be why the Asian women, because a lot of them in tech engineering. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they heavy at mine. But how is it that they're over white women?
I have no clue.
That, when I saw that, I was like, what?
And it's crazy because they say the most educated race is black women. Well, you know what? I'm going to retract that. I don't have my facts and I don't have my source. But from what I see, a lot of black women do go to college, graduate, PhDs, bachelors. You know, we do a lot. And to still get the money that we get is not cool. Like, we should not be working hard to have to go work another job to survive. It's not cool. And then for people to say that we don't work hard when we work hard. We do everything hard and still fall short.
It's true. It's sad. We're working our tail off. That's all we know how to do is work hard. That's all we know how to do is fight.
Embedded in our DNA.
We have to do everything 100%. Ain't no half-ass. No.
Even when we ain't got it. Even when we don't have it.
So black women versus black men earn 89.4% of what black men earn. Still lacking. So I seen this thing, and it was a thought that I said earlier, but I realized that myself. I didn't need this article to tell me that. So it was saying like the larger disparity between white men and black women's earnings can be attributed to what I said. Race and gender. That's the reason. That's why. And the other part is like, I hate that they keep playing the black name thing. This girl went to Princeton, but her name is Talisha. What's wrong with that? What does a name got to do? What does natural hair got to do with anything? Because they judge us on our hair, they judge us on our name, they judge us on where we're from.
Girl, they just don't want us there.
Can't nothing good come out of this hood.
They just don't want us there, honey. That's what it is.
Listen.
All these corporate jobs and they are all ran and a white man sit at the top of the food chain. Okay.
That's a problem. So get this. Business Insider says this. And this took me out. I was done. After I read this, I was pissed. Equal pay day for 2020 was March 31st. Didn't even realize that that was a day. So Asian women have to work 42 days into the year to make what white men make. Just 42 days. Because remember, their gap is only 3%. So when they hit that 42 days, they just met what the white men make. Easy. White women, they have to work how many days you think?
50, 60 days?
100. Black women.
295.
226. Hispanic.
The whole 365?
307. That's the amount of days they gotta work to make just what the white man does. She don't turn off that buzz. But it's crazy. Black women. Just count how many days. Did we do 222 days already? I think we did. Probably not. No, we didn't. Because that would be August.
Well, we coming up on it.
August. So you mean when we went into 2020 in January, we ain't gonna make what they make until August.
Is this all people working corporate jobs, or just as in general? Is this including corporate entrepreneurship? Like,
I think it's general. Yeah, general. They do have what you're asking, a control group and an uncontrolled group. Now, the control group would be men and women with the same job and the same qualifications. Uncontrolled would be all men, all women. And looking at the control, meaning the same everything, the gender pay gap, 98 cents for every $1 earned by males. So there's only a 2-cent gap. With everybody on the same page, there's only a 2% gap. Or 2-cent gap, whatever you want to look at it as. For the uncontrolled, where it's all general, 81 cents for every $1 by males. So there's a 19-cent gap. So when you're measured up against somebody on the same level, the gap is smaller. But in my mind, I don't know. When I'm looking at where I'm at right now, and I look at the guys on my team, I do feel like we may be, or I may be above them, but you never know. But it leads me to this question. Would you work at a company that made salaries transparent? Like everybody knew everybody's salary.
Well, it was going to be hell in the city.
No, when you think
but they
about
might
it,
come together and just, they have to treat everybody the same, because they like, wait a minute, hold on. Why do the same work she do?
That's the point I was going to make. And that's when you got to look in yourself and be like, wait a minute. So she getting this and I'm getting this. Why? And then that leads you to do the research and make your, what did I say? Your quantification, if that's a word. You got to quantify your stuff and state your case. At first, I was against it because I did apply to a company that was like that. And I was nervous at first. But when I heard like the recruiter or whatever the person was, you know, they was explaining, they're like, think about it. Like, if you know everybody makes this, it'll make you, one, work harder. Two, it'll keep you on your toes because you're going to be fighting to get to that number that you want. So, and then you already know what you're walking into. It like, should I stay here? They ain't really giving you that much between the director and the VP. So,
right.
So, yeah, I mean, and then that's the other part of negotiation is kind of talking amongst your colleagues at work and being open there. But I'm like, do I really want people to know? I don't know why it's such a thing, like for people not to know how much you make. I don't know why it's a thing.
They made it seem like it was something wrong with people knowing how much somebody makes.
Yeah.
They did that. They put that in our head to say, no, don't talk about your salary. Don't talk about why. Mm-hmm. Why can't I talk about my salary?
Because I think New York State is the only state, and I don't know, I'm just saying, I think the only state that now does not ask you what you made prior. Because at one point they would ask you, so what are you making now? And they would gauge their number to be closer to the one that you're already making, even though you already have in your mind, like you want 15K more.
Could they see how much you made prior?
They can't search nothing now.
Oh, well, then I would have been like, well, this is what I was making.
Well, no. They can validate that if you're asking like before.
Oh, okay.
Now they can't. Asking. Yeah, now they can't look into that. They can't ask you about nothing. So if you making 20K, you can be like, I want 70. They don't know. You know what I mean? But obviously you're not going to do that. So like, let's say you're making 65, and you're like, then they ask you like, what's your ballpark? You literally can go up to like 80, 85, 90. Some people probably go to 100, but it's just like, you got to be able to back that up. Yeah, back up your skills, back up your experience. So it's all about research and seeing what the market value is for that role that you're applying to. Because that's one thing that I didn't do is compare, especially in New York State, because obviously they got to pay you more here because of the, house price of living or whatever it's called, cost of living. So yeah, that. So then the other question I said to myself is, why women don't make enough? What's the number one reason why women won't get paid high salary? Outside of gender race, women as a whole.
I'm thinking because of families and stuff.
You on it?
Yeah.
Because we got ovaries. Because we gonna be out.
Yeah.
How many times in that career journey?
Yep.
Depending on how many kids you want, you're gonna be out of work for a while. Liability.
Let me tell you something. A woman with kids is like the best person that you could ever have in the job because she know how to multitask and deal with stressful times. Because we know how to tune you out when things got to get done.
You see these dads that making news because the kids is bothering them, and the mothers be like, okay, y'all fell off the bed, whatever. I'm doing my job. I don't care. So I catch you at 6 o'clock. The man.
Are you hurt? Are you hurt? Did you break anything? Are you bleeding? Oh,
exactly.
Okay, well.
Bye. Get out of my face. So yeah, that was like one of the things that came to mind. And as I was reading more in the article, they said that. I was like, see, you smart. Don't let nobody tell you ain't smart because you're smart. That's it. So to effectively negotiate salary, if y'all ain't get none of this, get this. Know your worth. Do your research. Be assertive. That's what we need. Don't apologize. Be assertive. Have a plan. And use online tools to compare wherever you are in the US of A or wherever you're trying to go.
You gotta use those skills in when you're trying to get loans. Signing contracts. Don't just sign the first thing that come in your face.
Everything. Research. Everything. So I ain't say it, but this episode 104. You better negotiate your salary, Black woman. Do it.
Yes.
We got to fix it. It's up to us. We got to want more for ourselves. Stop putting us on a back burner because we do that too much. We put us last every single time. In everything, we're last. Everything. And we got to start putting ourselves first. For real.
You gotta put that woman first.
We take on everybody's problems. Don't nobody take our problems. We everybody's shoulder.
I'm tired. My shoulder broke now.
We everybody ear. We everybody eyes because we looking out for everything. Listen, We vocal for a lot of people too.
I'm just tired.
Listen,
I'm tired now.
Fight the good fight. Don't be violent, but fight. It's your girls, Miss B and Keita, episode 104. Negotiate your salary, Black women. Do it. Until next time, me and my shortcut. We out.